It's a brand new day, a brand new month from your brand new boy, WODEMAYA, the one and only annoying village boy from Ghana. Walking in here brings back a lot of memories when we used to walk almost 10 kilometers to go to the farm. But today, I'm not going to the farm, but I'm going to meet a young black man who decided to live a simple life away from the city, which is something that I think I need to put on camera. Come with me, let's go meet this young man and let's find out why he decided to live in a place like this. If today's your first time seeing these annoying village boys on your screen, my name is WODEMAYA, and don't forget to subscribe to be part of this awesome family. Don't forget to like this video. Come with me, let's meet this brother. Aiyawodemaya. Hey brother.
Charlie.
What?
Aquaba to the healing center of Mother Earth.
This place is indeed a healing center.
Correcto.
You know how long it took me to get here?
How long? Tell me about it.
More than 30 kilometers. And I thought I'm coming to see you in a city or something, but this is not even a village, but bro, how do you call this place?
We're going back to nature right here. We're going back to simplicity.
You're far away from town.
Far away from the village
even
as well.
From the village.
Exactly, correct. We're going back to the simplicity of life, to the rural life, to the simple life, to the basic life right here.
I'm amazed, man.
Hey, Charlie.
Brother, tell me.
Yes.
Do you want us to sit down and we walk and talk? I really want to know you. I really want to know your story.
Whatever. We have plenty of space right here, luckily, so we can just go wherever and start chatting about it.
Let's sit down and talk.
Yenko.
Right. Wow.
So, brother, first of all, this is the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And please come. You feel the freshness. Sit down and chill, me pacho.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Would you like some water?
Definitely.
Hey, walk in here must not be easy. So let me give you ton. One name ton. You know ton.
Wow.
Ton is rainy water.
Rainy water.
Oh, I need to feel it though.
It's okay.
I need to feel it. So we do a little bit like this and it goes fast.
Wow. This is rainwater.
It's rainy water. This is, it's considered medicinal as well. We call it ton. You feel the tastiness.
Wow. Rainwater.
You feel, hey, it's sweet though, like Milo. For real though.
Let's sit down and continue our conversation.
Yes, Charlie.
Thank you.
Come here.
You have palm wine here too?
Yes, not myself. The neighboring farmer, he does.
Hey. I love palm wine.
Palm wine is next level.
Water.
Hey, Charlie. Palm wine is dangerous. Oh, sweet.
My brother, I heard a lot about you, and I decided to leave Accra and come find you because I love this kind of life, but I don't know who you are. So if you should tell me something about yourself.
So
who are you?
So my name Kwaku Asiedu. I was born and partially raised in Italy, north of Italy, Milan. My mother, she's from the south of Italy. I say this because it's a very different cultural reality, south and north. A bit like when we talk about north of Ghana, south of Ghana, very different. And my father is from Late. So Late, I guess, is 1-2 hours north of Accra, from the mountains. Very beautiful place, fresh place. Hey, Charlie. And so I raised partially in Italy. I was there until I was 20 years old. And I was just kind of following a sort of conventional life, going to school, trying to find my spot within this, in my opinion, sick society. But on the time, I was just keep on doing my thing. But eventually, I was feeling this urge to go out there and to explore more, to understand more, to live more and to experience more. And eventually, at the age of 20 years old, I just left. I remember it was a long story, but I just left. Literally, I ended up in Greece and then in London. I was really willing to go closer and closer to nature. But at first, I was ending up in big cities, big airports, big cities. And I was kind of working there. But the journey brought me further and further until I started to live more closer with indigenous people, with indigenous community in very rural areas. A lot of self-challenges as well, going by myself into the wild, trying to literally survive at times. Questioning whatever was for me obvious, whatever was for me something that was needed. I was questioning whatever, a bed, a house, a car, the way of transporting. So I started to walk instead of taking a bus. I started to cycle instead of taking an airplane. So I I even crossed border with my feet. Literally, I started to go deep, and lots of time I was close to die. No jokes. Posso di testa senza farla soffrire. Right here, what's gonna happen? We're gonna clean this up, take all the interiors out, and then cook it with the other one. I don't wanna overkill right here. I just wanna take what I need for the day, and that's it. The air is just nice and rainy. The meat is here, freshly catched. Stiamo a fare la brace, raga, la brace delle lucertole. It's tasty. Damn, never had. Hey, but eventually, and when you're in this stage, eventually something kicks in and you keep on going. And this allowed me to learn a lot, especially to learn more about a simple life, a rural life. Be in contact with the Aboriginal people of Australia, of Polynesian people in Samoa, as well in India on the foothills of the Himalayas. I stayed with local communities or brothers from different mothers, literally like strangers that became brothers from different mothers. So all of these later experiences brought me to realize that Western life, aka colonizer life, is not for me. In my opinion, it's not for anybody. So I decided to go back to a life that was pre-colonial, that pretty much the colonizer, they took over the indigenous people. And here we can never talk about indigenousness, being indigenous, without talking about Africa, since Africa is...
So I must say that you were just moving around in search of your roots, or moving around in search of who you really are.
Yes, I would say so, yes. Without even really acknowledge it. I was not even thinking of traveling. It was for me trying to live different experiences. And eventually, bottom line, as you said, most likely...
You came to Ghana with flights or by walking?
Hey, as for Ghana, there's a big ocean. Hey, I took a flight, a polluting flight, but what to do? That was the price that I decided to pay. And but this brought me here. And so, yeah, the story is connected to the fact that my father... The story keeps on going. But then eventually there was a point where I realized, okay, I don't want to live this conventional life anymore. The West is not for me. So I started to go for expeditions, literally. I went to North America, to South America, in Patagonia, to the Rockies Mountains. I went to Aotearoa, New Zealand. I went to the Alps. I went to different areas of the world in order to trying to find, not even to buy a piece of land, because I was even going against buying. I was trying to find those national parks and go there.
Wow.
And once I tried, I checked, but nothing was really suitable for my knowledge in order to thrive. Not to survive, I could survive, but not thrive. Then I was in Italy. My father told me, hey, Kwaku, do you know that our ancestors left inherited pieces of land in Ghana? I said, hey, sir. So what I did, I took a flight. I took that polluting flight, and they brought me here. With my uncle, we started to go all around, because the lands are spread around the southern part of Ghana. So central region, eastern region, different areas here and there, and eventually I met this land, and I felt something from this land, and I decided to move here.
You've not built a house.
Mm-hmm.
You're living in a tent.
Correct, yes.
In the middle of nowhere. And you're okay with it?
Okay, this is sweeter than mango. It's raining like, hey, the rain is giving us a blessing. And hey, what to say, we have a full playground right here. Hey, we are just enjoying the rain, enjoying the playground, enjoying the vibe. Hey, this life is proper. You wake up with the sounds of the birds, with the sunshine filtering through the tent. What's happened is that the rainy season started and the tent was not really able to hold me there. Mm-hmm. Therefore, that's when I started to feel the urge to build a house. But I didn't want to build something in a sort of modern, conventional way with resources that are coming from most likely exploitation of resources and people. So I decided to stay local. And with the mud, literally, with the ground, with the knowledge of local indigenous people nearby, from the nearby villages, we started to build a house. So right now there's a room and a dining room in Kamin. And this whole place, originally I came here so that I could open a sort of a safe place for people, especially Westerner, regardless they're from Ghana or from Abroche, like overseas. Like people that are approaching a Western life, that are willing to change something about their life, to go more in depth into themselves and into the concept of nature.
Kwaku, yeah? Am I mentioning right?
Correct.
Kwaku, your father lived in Europe.
Yes. He still lives there.
He still lives there. Is he happy the life that you've chosen?
Oh, as for him, I guess, it's part of that generation. The generation that needed to, maybe to prove to be worth to be, I don't know, how can I explain this? Yeah, that generation that needed to be need to prove that they could go abroad and make it abroad. So of course, right now he made it, so he feels more than happy, I guess. But if you're asking about if he's happy with the life that I choose, then yes, I mean, I see he supports. I mean, he's doing his own thing, I do my own thing. But when he was about to come here, he was definitely really happy to come and to check the place. Unfortunately, it didn't happen because of the virus, so he couldn't travel back to Ghana. But feels that he's really proud, especially about the fact that somebody is taking care of what our ancestors, what our great-grandfather left in heritage for us.
Which means you never liked the Europe life.
Oh, as for me, I was born there, but that was not my choice. And I grew up there, but eventually I decided to take a sort of, to start driving my own journey, and this brought me here. In the end, bottom line, European life, realistically talking, looking at facts, European life, Western life is a result of colonization, is a result of exploitation of resources. All the luxuries that I was having there, even like normal things that I think are normal, hot water, gas, electricity, all things that I'm thinking are normal, they're all coming from, bottom line, from exploitation of resources of indigenous people around the world, mainly Africa. So being with their life, meaning I'm trying to be with this exploitation. So I needed to look myself at the mirror and be like, hey, where I want to be. This is where I want to be.
This is where you want to be. I want you to take me around.
Oh, my pacho,
your
bra.
compound, your house.
Wakanda
I
forever.
want to check around, Yeah, let's move around a little bit. Is
Okay,
that
let's go. Oh, perfectly okay. Let's go.
All right, good.
So this is the shower. This is the shower platform. We built this, was about like 5 months ago. So right now, he has this kind of moldy old vibe that I like. And then we used to have a bucket. Right now the rainy season has arrived. So, but before we used to have a bucket, we used to collect the water. And this right here is the black soap. So we're trying to keep everything organically because eventually everything goes back to the land. So yeah, even some of this water was used in order to watering the plant when the water was like not so much.
This is your lights.
Yeah. That is my light, yes, exactly. with palm oil inside.
Yeah,
I'm going nicely. Coconut oil or palm oil.
Yeah.
And as well, I have to say that having a shower here at night, especially when the moon is bright, oh, Chale, is a blessing. Oh. You feel it. Hey.
You're living under a cocoa.
Oh, yes.
Are you the son of Tetekwashi?
Oh, as for me, I don't know. Yes, and here we have an interesting concept, a very simple concept, which is the toilet. Everybody needs to go for a number 2. But here I decided to place Kente in order to, even when we are in the number 2 stage, we're still reconnecting to the ancestor pattern, to the ancestor knowledge. And that's for me, number 2 is meditation station. So here you come and you feel and you deliver properly. And there's a bucket system, and then I place the sawdust, and then eventually everything will be used in order to fertilizer, so compost. So everything will be reused. Wow. Sort of regenerative approach, not only recycling, not only self-sustainability, but even working with the land in order to thrive together. Whatever we take, we give back, and so we both are thriving. Literally, that's the concept. And this is the house, my house that I had for the
bedroom apartment.
Hey, correct. Do you want to see?
Of course.
Okay. Oh, this right now, it looks a bit moldy because of the rain, but it's still cozy. Make no mistake about it. We have beds here. Oh, yes. It's simple, but it's what is needed. And you can see the sunshine filtering nicely. Oh, Chale.
It's beautiful, man.
But again, right now, the house that is coming up, I'll show you. That one is going to be really next level.
You sleep here alone? You sleep here alone?
Yes.
You're not married yet?
Oh, as for me, I'm free.
You're free?
Like a butterfly.
Good. You live here by yourself and you're building this?
Correct. Yeah, this is actually it's not only for me. It would be even for the upcoming next generation, because I decided to live here, but especially even for the retreat program. That is going to be a program that would smoothly integrate Westerner to the rural life, to the simple life.
Okay.
So it would be about 7 days, People are coming, and we will provide, of course, food, accommodation, but mainly the experience of coming back to the roots. But I don't want it to be a sort of tourist things kind of vibe. I want really the people to come and to learn from the land and from the local indigenous community, from the nearby village. I would say.
And how do we, get to know it?
I have an Instagram page. I'm trying to be as active as possible on the page, and people are, there were people coming actually, but due to the virus, we needed to kind of stop the retreat program, but it will happen again, and many different workshops will come up.
How many bedrooms?
So far we have one bedroom. This will be the dining room.
Oh, wow.
As well, there's an idea to build other 2 rooms for more guests eventually coming. But yeah, here would be Auntie Emma will come. She would just cook and show how it's done. As well, there would be different workshop about farming, workshop about even palm wine eventually, workshop about pottery, everything. Whatever is our rich heritage will be shared from the locals, like really. So people will come to learn. Stop like this, let's go help Africa. Africa doesn't need help. People need to respect Africa, to see Africa for what it is, which is the mother of humanity. So let's bring people back in order to learn.
Do you believe that Africa is heaven on earth?
All day heaven started here, and Africa is the heaven, like literally is the heaven that has been right now completely changed by the West, but this is the heaven, like really.
Kwaku, you've been here for how long?
About like a couple of years, yes.
Ghana?
Years. Yes.
Do you believe that Africa is the future?
Africa was the past, the present, and the future. I mean, there's no other way. That's for sure. So I believe that by reconnecting to the ancestral Africa, we can actually create the future that all the world, especially the Westerner, can look up for, can literally take example for. So yes, Africa was the past, is the present, and will be the future.
We have so many young Africans out there that were born in Europe, America, but they are not ready to connect back to their roots. You connected back to your roots. If you should advise young Africans that were born in Europe, what will your message be?
My message would be, don't be afraid. Of course, we all humans are afraid of what they don't know, especially with how Africa has been portrayed as almost like a garbage place. But actually, you could see even from your channel, you can see that Africa is rich, is the richest place on earth. Therefore, try to reconnect to your own richness, to your own wealth, and trying to even do the physical action in order to create changes. Because I believe a lot of people are protesting, a lot of people are starting to feel not really comfortable about this system, and it's time to bring this protest to the next level. The real revolution comes eventually with action. So I believe that doing the step to go back to the continent, or at least to connect to the roots of nature, would be the best.
So you mean make Africa home again?
Hey, make Africa home again, like for real. Hey, you said it.
Make Africa home again. Africa home again, baby.